Hi guys, and welcome to Little Big Podcast. This is episode 113. 13. See, we did that last week too, which is kind of funny. It's like, this is episode 100 and I know that much, and then
I get to finish it off.
Yes, because I really don't keep track of that. See, like, the funny part is I lose track of it over the week. And just special side note, 2 weeks until our question and answer special, which we will be doing live. Seems like something else that we're going to be doing live. Oh, we'll talk about that later on. So, let's get right into the art. From Josh W. He's been sending us paper creations of anything in Little Big Planet for the past long time now. And this week he has a paper microchip. Now this is pretty sick. I liked it.
Yeah, he said it was going to be a quick thing that he would just do for us every week, and he didn't do one yet this week, so he figured he'd make something like a microchip real quick, but it actually turned out looking pretty decent.
Super cool.
So, very, very, very cool stuff. And next up we have from Colin SP98, a freehand LBP2 logo. It was actually pretty good for a freehand logo. It was, you know, better than anything I could ever do. So
see, I love how like you have to specify freehand. I mean, whoever invented tracing is a loser.
I trace stuff all the time.
Did somebody invent tracing? Or do you think people just knew how to trace?
They just know.
I don't know. Okay,
so if you are a talented artist, or if you're a semi-talented artist, or if you have no talent at all and you just like to draw things, make sure you email that to littlebigpodcasters@gmail.com and we'll stick it on the show. If you send it to us in a PSN message or through Twitter, it's harder for us to like archive and make sure that we have all the art things done.
Yeah, like Twitter, send your lbp.me links through Twitter, and then your art, send it to email, and then anything else, and Q&A, please send that to email. If it's on Twitter, we'll forget about it and it'll be gone forever.
Right, so some of you have been like, oh, you guys haven't featured my art, you feature all these other people's art. Well, we might not have ever seen it or ever gotten it, so make sure it goes to our email inbox because we read all of those. Anyway, on to our levels. First up is a Path Beyond platformer by Racing Creed.
Yes, now I actually found this level. It had 1,600 plays. By the time Austin was done playing it, it reached 2,000, and I'm pretty sure right now it's like blowing up. So we found it when it was undiscovered. Now some of you might have already played it, but that's not the point.
It's an incredible level. There's an incredible story behind the creator who just got LBP1.
Yeah, they got LBP1 in January, and then they got LBP2 in February. And then this is what they've already
made something like this, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
They've obviously got some skill and some kind of experience, whether that's like watching other people create stuff or just toying around with it at someone else's place. I don't know.
Yeah, I've had Little Big Planet 2 for how many years now? Or Little Big Planet for how many years?
In total, probably 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5, and I can't build something half as good. So
half as good.
Right. That wasn't supposed to be like
very
that.
awesome
Anyway,
level. Make sure you check out the lbp.me link.
Heart the creator so you get his new stuff when it comes out.
And we fixed our capture card, which is a very good thing. Now we're able to upload full level playthroughs without that terrible audio sync thing that's been going on with us. So expect a lot of full level playthroughs going up to our YouTube channel.
But not to the point that we're spamming.
Right.
So don't worry.
Alright, and our second level is Sunshine. Wow, I almost couldn't say that. Sunshine Silhouette by Blue Boy.
Yes.
And this was a very cool level inspired by Mario and Donkey Kong, but it wasn't supposed to be one of those kind of levels. It was just kind of more of like a 2D platformer.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of dynamic to it, but it was really cool. It was kind of at sunset, and it was really, you only saw a silhouette, which is kind of where the level name came from.
I think the sunshine thing, I think that's supposed to be a pun.
Yeah, of course.
I just figured that out. Anyway.
So the level was really awesome. It was fun to play. It was quite challenging, so if you got some time, definitely go check this one out if you're into that kind of platforming, jumping around, and dying lots of times kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm really, like, I love platforming, but the thing where you have to jump very precisely, I hate that because I'm one of the people that it's like, you're supposed to sneak through this room, I pull out like an assault rifle and run through the room setting off all the lasers. That's just the kind of gamer that I am. I'm not very, you know, sneak around.
Right. One of the most challenging parts of this level had to be, there were these bounce pads that would appear and kind of snake their way up to the top of this tower, and there were a bunch of them going. You kind of had to work your way up by not just riding on one the entire time. So
yeah, that's one of the hardest things to do, like, because the bounce pads, you kind of lose some of your sideways motion, and then you gotta like calculate that out in the air.
Of course, with my calculator by my side.
Yeah, it's
timing
like
each jump. 2.385. Oh, man, missed it.
Oh, I did a backflip on that one instead of a cartwheel.
Yes, so very awesome level. Definitely check it out. It'll be worth your while. Then our final level, which is probably the most innovative level that I've seen all week, Sack and Pianist by Nim.
No, it's not that. It's Rock Band. It's basically Rock Band. Pull out your guitars, everybody. It's time to rock.
Yeah, so this is a really awesome level, basically based off of any kind of rhythm music game. And right now you're using X and triangle and circle and square and R1 as your buttons, your cue buttons.
But I'm sure that you could plug up your guitar.
Right. We don't have an available guitar to plug into our PS3 and use.
Yeah.
So if you have a guitar, let us know. Try it out. I'm pretty sure it's worked with our Move controller because I'm able to like use the buttons on it. Anyway, I've cheated several times.
It's worked with like one of the not guitars, skateboards.
Yes.
Like I played Burnout with that skateboard. That was pretty funny.
It was interesting. So yeah, if you have a guitar, hook it up, see if it works, and it's really awesome. Works really well. And I was waiting on someone to do this in LBP1, but at the time the technology just wasn't there for something like this to make it work well.
The technology had to catch up with the ideas.
Yeah, so it works perfectly. So definitely go try it out because it's very, very fun. It's hard, and if you can even remotely play the extreme track, I want to see video.
Yes.
Because
if you video prove it to us that you're like super good at this, what are we gonna do?
It's extremely. I'm blown away by it. All I could do is like the two easiest tracks, and that was about it. Which, if I played it a lot more, I'm sure I could learn it, but.
Yeah.
I didn't have time because I was
See, what they need to do is you need to have like a search engine on the level where you can type in your favorite song.
Well, see, that's what I'm kind of seeing this evolve into is you're going to have, people who make... Right now, I'm pretty sure the guy who built this level also, made the songs for it.
Yeah.
But at some point, you're going to be able to... have other creators start contributing their songs into it, and then the builder just has to make the notes for it. And
right.
it's automatically there and working. So
and it's like have different track packs and
Right,
stuff.
yeah. So I can see this evolving into quite a big thing in the game if it has not already begun doing that.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. And that's one of the coolest things about, like, so far what we've been seeing. People see somebody else's idea, and I knew this was going to happen. I think I even said it. People see somebody else's idea, improve upon it, publish it, somebody else sees it, and the process, restarts
itself, yeah.
And then it just ends up with this amazing super web of amazingness.
Right. Yeah. So a special thanks to our Twitter followers for contributing those level suggestions. What we do every Friday is we basically send out a Twitter bomb saying, hey, got any cool levels you want us to play?
Twitter bomb.
And then we'll come back and play all those and select our top 3. Sometimes we already have some in mind that we've heard about in the past week. But if we're scrambling for levels at the last second, which we never do, but
never, no.
Send in those lbp.me links because you'll never know your level or your friend's level or your grandma's level might just get featured.
Or cousin.
Or cousin.
Don't hate on cousins.
I wasn't hating.
That's what they all say.
Alright, so moving on to news. We have no official news this week, but we have lots of us news this week. So first up, our crown contest, Mind the Gap. If you have not seen the Mind the Gap crown contest video, click here for an annotation. Now some of you have been on YouTube like, what? Where are the annotations? But
we're getting better about
most of the time when we publish these videos, it's like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I am the one doing all that, so I go off to bed and completely forget about it.
He gets really mad at me because in the beginning...
Daniel's pretty much just a hired actor right about now.
No, I'm not. He said, like, from the very beginning of the show, that he would edit everything. And I'm like, alright.
Which also includes the social media promotion after it's out.
No, I do that.
You do a lot of it.
I do a lot of social media.
But then I have to upload it and add all the tags and the annotations, which I often forget to do just because I'm so frazzled.
And then I usually just, like, walk over there. It's like, huh, this looks fun. And I'll sit there and just play, like, PS3 while he's editing. And it's so much fun. You should really try it. Like, if you or your friends are thinking about starting a podcast, make sure one of them edits so you can go goof off and they can get mad.
No, but it's totally cool because I enjoy editing.
It's fun.
So anyway, what were we talking? Annotations, Mind the Gap. If you haven't seen the Mind the Gap contest video that we've done yet, rewind, go back to that spot and click that annotation if you completely missed that. And it's a video about our Mind the Gap crown contest, which involves telling a story between LBP1 and LBP2. Now, we're not going to take the time to explain it here because that's what that video is for.
Right, and a funny thing I've seen is a lot of people are calling the level LBP 1.5, anything like that, and then a lot of them are using the king.
Yeah.
But That's not to say that none of the other characters haven't.
Right. I'm really impressed with the entries that we've seen so far. I've noticed that a lot of people are going with a full-on level series, like intro movie, intro to level movies, all sorts of crazy stuff.
And we've probably seen, like, 1/10 of what's
going on. For sure. So, we pretty much played through all the Mind the Gap entries that are out there right now.
And rumor has it that somebody has Steve Big Guns on their team.
Yeah.
Who is that?
I don't know.
If that's you, leave a comment that says that that's you. If it's not you,
that's me. Oh yeah, that's me. No, I'm just
kidding. If we get more than one of these, then you know something's up.
So make sure you enter that contest. For those of you who've been wondering, it is due on April 30th.
We pulled a joke on you guys by saying April 31st, and there is no April 31st, and it took about 4 hours for you guys to figure that out, and you guys are quite observant, so I'm
very shocked. Like, some of you might not know, some of you may know, that we had catastrophic set failure, where this logo and that picture and Kevin Butler all fell off the wall. I think it was because of the storms we had last night.
That was killer.
The pressure changes and the fact that it went from about 85 during the day to about like 50-something at night. So our next piece of news is a fundraiser that we're going to be doing for Japan. Now, as many of you know, Japan was hit by a tsunami and an earthquake and the nuclear power plant explosion, all that crazy stuff over the past couple of weeks. And we really feel like we need to do something. So on March 30th through the 31st, we're doing a 24-hour live stream gaming
broadcast
Little Big Planet 2 marathon to raise money for different organizations to go out there and help rebuild Japan. So
now basically what we're going to do, set up the PS3, set up the TV, set up the computer, plop on the floor, Astros, Gunners, and play.
Right. So it's pretty impressive. We were actually working out the setup this morning. And
confusing.
We're going to have a game feed,
yes,
a camera feed like this pointed at us, and another camera feed pointed from behind us, and a TV and our timer on the side.
Yeah.
So this is the most complex live stream we've ever done. I think
usually it's like the only live stream.
Usually when we do Q&A, we'll just use the laptop webcam, which is pretty pathetic. So now we're going to have this Canon right here. We're going to have our old camera. We're going to have, all sorts of crazy camera angles.
We're going to have
it's going to be really awesome.
The air conditioner coming on. Actually, we will leave that on because it is kind of hot up here.
Yeah.
But one of the coolest things that we're doing is, like, this week we spent like a year's worth of our personal savings on audio. So we're gonna have the audio and then microphone and everything. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. The Japan live stream is the 30th to the 31st. It starts on the 30th at 10 p.m. And should we link them right now or should we wait?
We'll wait until closer to the event. So, to find out more about the event, follow us on Twitter at LBPodcast.
Yes.
And the website is going to be through our domain name, so you're going to be able to go to, well, might as well just tell them, marathon.littlebigpodcast.com.
Yes.
Or we're going to have it linked for just the 2 days only to just go to littlebigpodcast.com to go to the website.
Now, if you are a fan site or a blog, email littlebigpodcasters@gmail.com with a PNG of your logo, whatever you have of your logo, and I will add you to the side. If you plan on posting us on your site, we would super appreciate it, and you can download the little buttons and hyperlink and all that.
Okay, so our second to last piece of news is our official album, which our composer friend Daniel Yunt put together. We have about 10 tracks on the album. It's $4.99, and you can buy that with the link that's going to be in our description of the video.
In the garage.
Yes, and it's an awesome album, all completely original songs. They're super, super awesome. They're on my phone, and I love them.
Yes, and we actually do have one song that's not original. It's a remix of a beta song that was made, audio visuals.
Yes, that was made by the creator Faisho Kid.
Yes, so very cool. That was probably one of my favorites. I absolutely love that one.
I was thinking, whoa, how did he build this in the beta? But anyway, it was really awesome.
Yeah, super cool.
That was really cool, reminiscing.
Yes, and one more final announcement. Well, not really an announcement, but we are in the PlayStation Home Community Theater. We are super proud, so we're probably going to mention that every episode from now on. But
go to Theater Auditorium 10, wait around for a while. It's kind of like a TV programming kind of thing where one just runs into another. So if you wait in there for long enough, you can catch some other great shows, plus our show will show up in there at some point. So make sure you go to Theater 10. It's really awesome, and I hope you enjoy what we're going to be putting in there.
Yes, very cool stuff.
Alright, so that about does it for this week, guys. We will see you next week in episode 114, but before that, make sure you tune in to our Japan live stream, which is once again going to be going on at marathon.littlebigpodcast.com. Or you can just go to littlebigpodcast.com when we link it over. And yeah, I hope you turn out. I hope you can have some spare time to even watch if you don't decide to donate. And if you watch, consider donating, because that would be really awesome.
Yes.
Alright, so don't forget, email us, littlebigpodcasters@gmail.com. Add us on Twitter, @LBPodcast. Subscribe on YouTube, and you can watch on the go with iTunes.
Yes, and all of our other things, TiVo, Vizio, all that good stuff.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
Including right behind you. Look! Just kidding. Bye.